Hello and welcome back to Koru Kiwi Arts. Now before I proceed in this presentation, I would like to say thank you to all those who we consider not just friends but family members as well. We've gotten to know a few of you throughout the years, and when certain people disappear, it's not because they don't want to watch the channel anymore. It's because of social media, and it's pretty understandable because it can be overwhelming, social media. But just letting you know that we're not going away and we're always here. So if you decide to take a rest and go away, just letting you know that we're always here. So and I always read your comments. And anyway, enough said. Fear Torsen. And I'm a New Zealander living here in Turkey. This is a tulip-shaped glass because tulips originated from Turkey, if you didn't know that. They took the seeds and took them to Holland and started growing them in Holland. Now, I would like you to continue watching this video because at the end of this video, I'm going to be playing you a video, an old video that was made back in the late or early 70s or 80s. It's of my dad. He's in Koru working for Hammersey Iron, about 1,200 kilometres up from Perth, WA, Western Australia, and he's driving the big locomotives. And in it, he's singing his songs, and it's a story about him, about his life. And I was always worried about presenting it on YouTube because I was worried about copyright. But I thought, well, here's my father, and it is his original songs, which we have ownership to, so I can't see that being a problem. If they do put a copyright infringement on me, I will certainly write back to them. But I'm going to be doing you an imagination drawing first of his train. It's going to be a bit of a challenge, but anyway, Afia Torsen. And thank you for watching. Okay, here we go. I've got a piece of paper here with a line through it. I don't like wasting paper, so I'm going to try and draw my train by using this piece of paper with a line through it. Let's see what I can do with this. Okay, train. I love the steam trains. My father drove steam trains when he was in New Zealand. The K's, the J's, the AB's. Now the J was a coal burner. JB is an oil burner. That's what they did. They converted the oil burners into coal burners, and they as they advanced in technology, I guess. I don't know, it's more worse for the environment, coal or oil. I guess they're both the same. But anyway, I've put a shed there, a railway shed. I might put a water tower right here. Now, water tower is what they need to refuel, not in petrol but in water, because the trains are driven by steam, so they have to have water in their tanks for them to run. So the steam converts, or the water converts into steam, and which makes the train move. I'm not sure if it has a cone on top of them. I don't think they do have a cone. I think they're more like a dome than a cone on top. But let's put a tree here. I'm using pen today so you can see it a lot easier. In fact, I'm doodling in a way. I'm just drawing what's in my head. In fact, I'm not actually thinking about it, I'm just letting it happen. I'm not sure how it works. I guess it's my subconscious taking over. So I put some trees in there. And pine trees. And we'll put a top on this roof of this building. Make it a corrugated iron roof. We could put shingles on it if we wanted to. I'll do some perspective here as well, because it's slightly coming towards us. And I'll put maybe a piece on the side here that comes out. Put a door in here, and I'll put a handrail, maybe some stairs. It's been a while since I've done any pen drawings. I normally draw with pencil, because I like the way, or I like the medium of a pencil. With pens, if you make a mistake, you can't rub them out. The only way to fix a mistake is by drawing over it. So, a pen is more challenging, and I like that. Now, while you're all here, while you're enjoying me drawing, if you haven't done this already, please subscribe to our channel. Also, I have a website called Kiwi Bird Cultural Artists. If you're interested in following that as well. It's about my drawings. That's all it's about. Now, I'll put a roof on this as well. With imagination drawings, you sort of don't know when to stop. You've got to say to yourself, okay, that's enough. Let's move on. I've put some, I think they're called skirtings, along the ends there. I put some tongue and groove, not tongue and groove, weatherboards, tongue and grooves for floors. I'll put a light here. Strange place to put a light. I should put one here. Oh, it's too late now. Never mind. And I'll put a little window here as well, so they can see out there once their door is closed. Okay, water tower. And I'll put some cables around here. Gives it that look that it's round, I guess. I could shade it from one side and then make the lines wider to give it that impression that it's a circular cylinder. That seems to work. I'll make this dark up here and some more trees in there. I'll put a bank here. Now let's draw the train. My father, he drove K's, J's, ABs, all that, and a J is I don't know if I mentioned this already, is an oil burner. A JB is sorry, I got it round the wrong way. Certainly have. A J is a coal burner and a JB is an oil burner. So they converted the coal driven trains into oil burners. So let's draw a train. Draw a track through here. Be a bit of a challenge. Draw an old train. I like the old trains. It's been a while since I've been on a train. My father took me on a steam train, a few of them in fact, and he took me to the engine part, and I watched him stoke the fire with coal, and when they opened up the furnace, oh, it was hot, very hot, very, very hot. But not many, I guess, children get a chance to drive in a real train. And he took me on his locomotive as well, which was 2 kilometers long. I couldn't fit it in my camera, it was that long. I had a 33mm camera, and I couldn't get the whole thing in the train, even when it was going round the corner. It just was endless. And they got a cylinder here that just off center like this, so when the steam comes through it pushes this around and it turns the wheels, and when it flicks back it goes back in here, and then it's released, the steam is released, and then it's filled back up with the steam and pushes the wheel back again. So that's how the trains are moved across on their tracks. It's funny, I'm doing a imagination drawing with a pen, I can't make any mistakes, and also this video that I'm doing is the same thing, because whatever I say, I can't edit it out. Well, I can, but it just takes forever. So I just like to do the videos as they are, and that way I can get it out faster. If I was going to edit everything out of a video, I'll be there all day. So this is looking okay. Now let's do the part where we have to do a little platform here. And we'll do where they keep the coal. And they normally have a pattern across here, like that. And this part here is where the coal comes out. So there's a driver and a fireman. Not a fireman like you know, as in like fire person who puts the fire out. There's the fireman who stokes the fire, makes the fire. He's got a shovel, a big shovel, almost like the ones they shovel snow with. That's how big they are. So let's do the coal here. It's going to be a coal burner. And also with oil burners and coal burners, it's with the A. The A was an engine type, and AB is a converted into a oil burner. State me wrong if I am. Put in the comments box below. But I'm generally right with most things. I'm going to put a number on the front of this. I'll make it F for my father's name, Frank. There's normally a rail that goes along here to hold on to, because most people walk along the edge there, do maintenance while the train's moving, and there's straps that go across here like this, and let's do a carriage. I'm going to have a carriage. My father told me many stories of his adventures on trains. Now, I've got a video about this, so if you look in my playlist or look at my videos, you'll see me holding a picture of another train drawing that I've done, and on there are some other stories about my father. This one's got passengers in there. And I'll put little things at the top here, little breathing things or whatever you call it, and a door which is obviously blocked because because you cannot go through there onto this part. But the doors are there so that anyone with authority can walk through to different departments of the train. So I'll do another one here. Caboose is the last part. It's where the I don't know what they call them. They're normally at the end of the train. A very small train, this one. It's normally got a little handrail at the back here like this. It's the end part of the train. Maybe the people that do the tickets and the maintenance, whatever, they live in this part here. So here we are. Well, here we have a train. Now here's the water funnel. It's moving up to get some water. We're going to put I'll put a railway station here. I'm going to keep it in flow with this. Let's give it some sort of pattern on the roof. Normally these railway stations are pretty fancy. That's the roof. I won't drill the whole thing. And this is where people can buy tickets and to their destinations. A waiting room and whatever. A mailing room. Postage and I normally have a telephone in there. We'll do an open deck without a cover on it. Train through here. This is going to be a basic drawing today. Nothing special, because we have a movie to watch. Tongue and groove. Yes. There's no concrete in this building. It goes to the other side. Quite like that. Not using any rulers. Maybe I could put a light here. A light. And I'll put some stairs here, or a ramp here. And again, I'll make this weatherboards across here like that, and I'll do some hills in the background. Like that. There's some trees and some bushes through here. If you haven't done this, you should try and do some imagination drawing by using your pen. Give it a go. There are some people out there that are very good at drawing with pen. And of course, these things that go across your track like this, they're called sleepers. Because they're lying down, of course. And they're normally made from a hard wood, like a matai or an oak. But in some countries, the termites eat them. So they've been replaced with concrete ones. And they have in between they have iron ore in here, and it's normally sprayed with oil or grease, which comes from the train throughout the years of it running across the track. Prevents the weeds from growing in there, but not all cases. I've seen pictures of tracks with trees growing out through here and the trains running over them. I'm going to put this on an angle because it's not quite right. Put that on an angle, and the water tower as well. The other part there, and maybe do another tree here. Very basic tree. So the land's quite flat here. There's nothing here. But it's to a mountain. Through here. And then we'll do some trees in the background, far away. Do another tree there, just fill that gap in. It's looking a bit funny. Maybe another one here. Maybe a different type of tree. A maple or an oak. Put it there. Quite like that tree. I might do another one here as well. Change the trees. I might change these trees. I don't like these pines. See, you can do whatever you want. If you're not sure, if you're not happy, just change it. That's looking a lot better. another one here. I like listening to the birds outside. So nice. Those windows in. And the mountain, again, I can just do things like this to represent snow, and then go in the opposite direction. And represent rocks. Now I've put this here, this hill here, to balance it out. Because there's too much happening over here, so to make it balanced, even it out. If I add some colour to this, I may give it some life. But it's looking not too bad. Now I could put clouds in there, but it's going to be a cloudless day. What could I put here? I'll just leave it. I quite like that. Sometimes when you do too much, you can ruin the picture. Sometimes less can be better than too much. Okay, there we have a steam train collecting water. Thank you for watching. Now, don't go away, because we have a nice surprise for you. We have a video that I've been holding in my possessions for many years, and I've been wanting to share it with you guys. So here we go. Sit back and enjoy. Thank you for watching.
Well, it's the romantic steam that brought us here to Dampier to join the train butts in paying homage to the mighty Pendennis Castle. Well, we found out that one of her caretakers has a passion for trains and railway lines. In fact, he even writes songs about them.
Once I was a fireman, shoveling down the old track.
Up here in the Pilbara, the engine drivers are the boss cockies. They push their giant locos and trains across the northwest desert, travelling hundreds of kilometres with that precious cargo, iron ore from the Hamersley mine at Mount Tom Price. They haul it to Dampier, 386 kilometres away. In anybody's language, these trains are long, some over 2 kilometres. And with all that iron ore on board, the driver is a bit reluctant to slam on the brakes, because if he did, he just might manage to pull up a few kilometres later on down the track. For the technical rail buffs, there are 48 locos, 2,500 wagons, a sophisticated radio network, and the latest maintenance equipment. The railway system is a transport minister's dream, and it's privately owned, entirely run by Hamersley Iron. And to make our state transport bosses even greener with envy, the workers take an uncommon pride in their railway. Some have even been moved to write songs, ditties to the diesels, sonnets to the rolling stock, and poems of admiration for that hardy breed, the railwayman. Engine driver Frank Sinclair is the Pilbara's poet laureate. He's been stoking and moving the giant since 1948. He'll tell you his veins run with steaming coal and diesel oil. He gets high on the smell and sounds of railway yards.
Yeah, I've had a bit of my blood for years, right through. I've lived beside the tracks for years now. My dad was a railway worker, my grandfather was a tramway layer, and things like that.
Born beside the railway tracks of New Zealand a long time ago, he arrived here with guitar under arm and a song in his heart 16 years back. Since then, our serenading engine driver has made a pilgrimage to the home of country music, Tamworth, to put down a record. About railways, of course. One of the songs, I Ain't Got No Home, tells of a wandering railwayman looking for the meaning of life.
Yeah, you're going on a journey in life, aren't you? You know, when you're on the track. There's no getting away from it, is there? Doesn't matter which way you go, whether you're on a train or... But a train's a better journey, isn't it? You know, takes you away from all of your problems and it becomes part of your blood.
They're a proud breed, these enginemen. They have their international brotherhood, their unions, and their comradeship. Their cap and badge says it all.
I don't know whether I follow the uniform or not. I like to get out of the blues and that, you know, but I always like to put it on and put the old cap and badge on. I think I've heard that.
Romance isn't a word real men and engine drivers use very often. But let's face it, Frank, you're a romantic, a man in love with railways.
Cut up my train in the morning, but for me till my memories fade, I'll be riding the train through the bushland, or gone down some big grade. I lead
They're going to bury you with your boots on, or what?
well, I've always reckoned I'd be buried up the trackie in the Hornwall.
Sing your songs at midnight on a full moon.
Yeah, something like that. I'm going to hold it up the trackie, I reckon. Give me a hard time. Oh, lady.
So there we go. A train filling up with water, well not quite, in a railway station from my imagination. I quite like it. Nicely balanced out. I'm glad I fixed up the trees. But anyway, thank you so much for being here and watching the whole video. I'm so glad that you got to see my father playing his songs. Now this is a video that I've been holding on to for such a long time. Whenever I find newspaper clippings or any articles about him, I hold on to, because yeah, when I first saw the video, it brought tears to my eyes, because it's been such a long time since he passed away. So yeah, more precious than gold. Yeah, more precious than money. Memories of my father, or memories of anyone that I hold close to my heart. I have a special place for them, and they're more valuable than anything. No one could ever replace it with money or anything. They are more precious than anything. Like they say, money's a dime a dozen, but memories aren't. That's why we have to cherish them and protect them and share them. That's what I'm doing with this channel. I'm not just doing art, but I'm sharing my past, present memories. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye now.
I'll be riding the train through the bushland, all gone down some big grave. I lead yodeletty.
They're going to bury you with your boots on, or what?
Well, I've always reckoned I'd be buried up in the trackie in the Hornwall.
Sing your songs at midnight on a full moon.
Yeah, something like that. I'm going to hold it up the trackie, I reckon. Give me a hard time.